My French Riviera is wearing cheap pieces the first time. Last one to come forward then for this 10 furlong handicap. Let's join David.
Thanks, Lydia. And French Riviera was certainly keener than the other three on the way to the start. Last one in is Songkran, all four of them set, and they're off. And they jump away for this play 4 to score at Betway handicap over 10 furlongs. French Riviera is the early leader to Isle of Wolves. Songkran, the black and white quarters, in third place. And Wimpole Hall is just dropped out last of the four under Gaia Bonney, as it is. So French Riviera, she takes them along in the hands of David Egan through the first couple of furlongs to Isle of Wolves and James Doyle in second. William Buick and Songkran is in third position. Songkran, like the leader, French Riviera, having a first run for a different trainer today, and the back marker is Wimpole Hall under Gaia Bonney, who's ridden 3 winners, all for William Jarvis, and one of them on this 7-year-old, Wimpole Hall. But it is French Riviera wearing cheek pieces for the first time, being followed by Songkran, who is being followed then by Wimpole Hall, and just on the outside of the quartet is Isle of Wolves, a runner-up at Newbury last time up. Very solid return to action as the field get to halfway. 5 furlongs left to cover, and French Riviera still has the lead, followed by Songkran in second place. Isle of Wolves is in third, and still Wimpole Hall is last of the 4. Very little change in the play here as the field come inside their last half mile, and French Riviera has made every yard to this point. Isle of Wolves is now just being put through his paces, being asked to try and close on the leader. Songkran still just about held together under Buick, who just begins to nudge away, and still Wimpole Hall is at last of the 4, so French Riviera has the advantage. Just nursed into it, a glance under the arm from William Buick on Songkran, then over his right shoulder. He just wants to see where everyone is. Wimpole Hall trying to come into it at the moment. Isle of Wolves a little bit one-paced, and now Songkran is shaken up by Buick, but here comes Wimpole Hall and Gaia Bonney nursed into contention, and it is Wimpole Hall challenging Songkran. A furlong to go, they come out of the dip. William Buick and Songkran, Gaia Bonney and Wimpole Hall from last to just about first. Wimpole Hall, Songkran is fighting back. 50 yards left to go. Wimpole Hall from Songkran. Wimpole Hall has done it to Songkran in second place. Back in third, a fair way off them, French Riviera, and Isle of Wolves last of the 4.
4 wins now, and 2 on board Wimpole Hall for Gaia Bonney. A winner for William Jarvis, who both trains and owns this horse, and a really likeable 7-year-old. And he's just been a very willing partner for Gaia Bonney, and has run down Songkran, who was very confidently ridden by William Buick. He was having a good look round at how all of his rivals were going. And when he looked and saw Wimpole Hall, he saw that he had a serious challenge on his hands, Steve.
He did. It was a fascinating race to watch, wasn't it? You know, they went a reasonable pace. French Riviera did set a reasonable pace. The favourite was in trouble earlier than anything, and it was obvious that wasn't going to win. William Buick appeared to be exuding confidence, but Wimpole Hall was given a lovely ride, really patient ride, and it must have been so tempting to go for the horse a little bit, which he didn't do. He just held on to it and held on to it, and he was always just holding the second, and the second has definitely stayed. They pulled well clear of the rest, and my theory about the all-weather is proven to be rubbish. But it was a really nice, competent ride, I thought, on the winning. A sympathetic ride as well.
Yeah, she knows the horse well, Gaia Bonney, having won on him before. And she's just ridden him very patiently, very sympathetically, and the 2 of them have come a long way clear. The disappointment, clearly, on the left-hand side is Isle of Wolves. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, he just was in trouble a long way out. Maybe the ground's a bit lively for him, maybe. But he was very, very disappointed. He had 2 weeks to recover from the run at Newbury, and he was very flat. And so that was a poor run. French Riviera showed some zest, but ultimately was well beaten. And it turned out to be a match. And as I say, I don't think the second's done anything wrong. But Wimpole Hall has, you know, not anything like as good as he used to be. But he had enough class to get the job done. And jockey is absolutely delighted, and quite right too.
She really is. She really is. I mean, she's got more nerve than me celebrating that quickly. But she had got in front of Songkran at the time. But that's another good run fresh from Songkran. Clearly, he is going to be effective at this kind of mark. How do you think the handicap is going to react to those 2 coming a long way clear?
That's a really good question. Well, how I think he should react, I think he should just use the first. I think he should use the first 2. I think he should ignore the other 2. It's quite clear Isle of Wolves has run nothing like his best, and the fourth, I don't know what French Riviera is as a horse. So I hope he doesn't do much. Would be my guess, but who knows?
That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. You didn't really come into this feeling that Wimpole Hall was screamingly well handicapped. You accepted that Songkran might be, but he's been beaten.
Yeah. First off, I would think that they know enough about Wimpole Hall now. The Wimpole Hall as a 7-year-old, they know what he is, and I think it would be very harsh to give him more than a couple of pounds for the win. In which case, Songkran has to stay around this mark until proved otherwise. It might turn out they're two well handicapped horses, but you've got nothing to go on to rate through anything else. I just think the third and fourth palpably haven't run their races. So, well, that's an interesting one. I will look next Tuesday to see what they do, and then the handicapper will make up his own mind. But I think it would be harsh if they were harsh on them.
Yeah, and it's really interesting. I too will be looking quite keenly. And so then with Songkran, it really is interesting to see whether he can back up this run, because his past history has suggested he can't.
Yeah, that's you wonder if today was the day. There was a lot of money for him, good money, and you can see why, because the horse has travelled with a real lot of zest and has been given every possible chance. So I doubt he's got much improvement in it, Lydia. Anyway, I very much doubt he's much better than we're seeing today.
That's how I feel about it as well. He's run well. He's had every chance. He's been produced to win both by trainer and jockey, and he's been beaten.
Completely. And it wasn't, there'll be some people criticising, I'm sure there will, whenever jockeys look behind them and get beat. I think he just knew he had the two horses next to him beaten. He wanted to see where the other horse was, who he couldn't see, and he got after his horse from a furlong and a half out. It's not as if he's sort of been nabbed half a furlong caught napping. I really don't think there's the runner-up is in any way unlucky.
I totally agree with that. So, he reacted at the moment that he saw that Gaia Bonny and Wimpole Hall were going well. We found the right leader. You found the right leader. That's one small victory.
Well, yes, and we'll concentrate on that rather than my all-weather angle on the winner.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. But you've gone and blown it now, Steve. There was just a rumble of thunder here at Newmarket, a small rumble of thunder. We were just thinking that we might be able to get away without a thundery shower, and I'm hoping that does remain the case. But there has been an ominous rumble in the skies. Meanwhile, it's a fourth career success for Gaia Bonny. Many congratulations to her. Congratulations also to owner-trainer William Jarvis.
Yes, well done to her. 9-1 Wimpole Hall's beaten Songkran.